I know that you've been sort of on top of the legal world and covering them for 20 years, almost. Happy almost anniversary. I'm sure it's coming up soon, as I can't believe this year is almost ending. But you've sort of managed to stay ahead of the curve when it comes to the legal profession. So is there anything that you believe right now that solo and small firm lawyers should be preparing for or should be aware of when it comes to the future of legal?
Yeah, I think lawyers have to definitely ready themselves for the possibility of deregulation or less regulation and more non-lawyer professionals being able to take on some legal some of the legal work. I think they really have to be prepared for that and be ready to capitalize on something like that. So I think that's the first thing. I think the second thing is that, I think as technology becomes more and more advanced, there's going to be certain things that lawyers are doing today that people will readily do by themselves. I mean, it's kind of like with taxes. A lot of people who used to go to accountants now feel very comfortable using TurboTax and maybe eventually using the IRS site, since I saw that there's some issues with these automated systems charging filing fees. So I think lawyers have to prepare themselves for the fact that, some more basic transactions, like maybe a completely uncontested divorce without kids or shared property or very basic wills, will be something that people do automatically, or maybe even become something that can be done like through some sort of blockchain transaction. Because, I kind of feel like if a transaction is something that's so routine, even if it's complicated, you should be trying to simplify the process instead of using technology to just keep up the complexity. So I think those are things to watch. And I guess the last thing is just, there's so many new and emerging areas that attorneys have to be familiar with. I mean, even something like, cryptocurrency or NFTs, a family law attorney may have to be familiar with something like that because it might be an asset that has to be distributed. An estate planning lawyer has to be aware of, people's social media accounts to give them guidance on how to dispose of those assets at death. So there's lawyers have to keep abreast of all the changing law on a whole bunch of different technology topics because things move much faster than they used to.